What is up, you guys? For today's video, we are going to be testing out a palette that I'm so excited for and so happy that I picked up, and that is the brand new Melt Cosmetics Muerte palette from their holiday collection. Like, literally, this is me in a palette. I just love the packaging. It's so beautiful, and there's just so much detail to it. I mean, even look at these beautiful roses and floral on the back. It is so stunning. But what really got me, though, was the color story. Like, when I first saw this, I fell in love immediately. I mean, just look at how beautiful and, like, grungy it is. It definitely fits my style. But, I mean, look at that, like, gorgeous teal, the reds. Oh my gosh, like, I am literally living for it. However, before we jump into it, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like. And also, if you'd like to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. So first things first, before we jump into using the palette, I'm just going to prime my eyelids using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. So today we are going to be testing out none other than the brand new Melt Cosmetics Muerte palette, and oh my gosh, like, this is literally like my dream palette. We haven't tried it out yet, so I don't know like the formula of the colors yet, but like the packaging, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful and just so unique. I always love Melt Cosmetics packaging. It is such a different vibe. And I mean, like, look at these roses and like all the attention to detail. It is such an immaculate palette. And I mean, the color story though, like, she is so beautiful and just really unique. I seriously cannot get over how beautiful this palette is. Man, it is so hard trying to figure out which shade I want to go in with first because they're all just so beautiful. The ones that really catch my eye though is this beautiful brighter teal matte shade and the red. But I do think I want to go in with the red first, which is called Corazon. Now with this BH Cosmetics number 4 brush out of the Zodiac Eye set, I'm just going to be applying this directly in my crease in the inner half of my lid. So I'm just applying it into the crease and then doing little circular motions to blend that upwards. Okay, but real talk though, that pigment, oh my gosh, like, that is nuts. That's what I really like about Melt though, is their shadows are always so crazy pigmented. So here's where I'm at right now with the look. Isn't it fantastic? I am absolutely adoring how it's turning out, and off camera I'm just gonna apply some liner and some lashes and then I'll be right back. Like, just imagine if like this was the makeup look, but at the same time it's kind of a mood and I almost want to try out a style like this just because it's so different. But now we are actually going to apply a different shadow, and we're going to apply it right here just to kind of, you know, make it all kind of go together. And the shade that we are going to be using is this beautiful teal shade. Now, using this number 1 brush out of the BH Cosmetics Zodiac brush set, I'm going to be applying this right in this outer half of my eye. So I'm focusing it in the crease initially and then blending it upwards towards my brow, as well as using it to round out my outer V. And when I'm using this shadow too, I'm going to do like a little bit of like a wing shape from the outer corner, just to give a really nice elongated look. Okay, I was expecting that to be a little bit more pigmented on the first initial application, but you know what? I'm okay with building. And I'm just doing the exact same thing. I'm just doing like these little circular motions, focusing it in my crease. And I'm also kind of like marrying it with the red, but I'm not going like full on over the red. I'm just lightly kind of buffing it right over that harsh line between the two colors. And I'm gonna warn you though, this is one of those looks that looks like real ugly until it looks really pretty at the end. So like, trust the process with this one. I don't know why, but I assumed that teal shade to apply a little bit more blue than green, but I mean, at least we look a little festive still, I guess you could call it that. But the next shade that I want to go in with is this beautiful matte navy shade. And then using this number 5 brush out of the BH Cosmetics Lavender Luxe set, I'm going to be applying this into my crease in the outer kind of half of my eye. So I'm applying it right where we applied that teal, but I'm applying it into the crease just to deepen things up. And then once you have it in the crease, I'm just going to do these little circular motions to blend it upwards into the teal. And I'm also using it to round out my outer V. But girl, that shade, she is pigmented. Like, I really love these. Like, so far, these shadows have been really, really nice. I gotta say, that is literally the nicest dark blue I have ever used, like, in my life. Like, look at how nice that is. It literally blended out so perfectly and so effortlessly. Like, this is literally only 2 dips. Like, that is insane. But I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that bright red that we used earlier on a different brush. I just want it a little bit more intense and just, like, a little bit more there. And I'm going to be using this Lavender Luxe from BH Cosmetics, the number 7. And I'm just going to start applying it in the same spot that we had it, and also overlapping it a little bit with the blue to create this really pretty purple shade. I'm just doing like a back and forth motion between the 2 colors. So off camera, I found that the easiest way to get this really pretty purple shade between the red and the blue is to actually kind of do like a dipping motion in the pans. So what I did is took a little bit of this red and a little bit of the blue and did like a 1-to-1 ratio on this AVH A25 brush. And then I just went in between the colors with this mixture and just did like a little back and forth motion. And it gives like this really pretty kind of like smoky purple color. It's really, really pretty. And I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of that red that we used earlier by itself and just kind of like smoke it on the edge and just bring a little bit more brightness back to it. I know somebody in the comments is going to be like, girl, this looks like a 4th of July look, but you know what? I don't care. I am literally so excited about it. I love how this is turning out. Like, seriously, the shadow formula is immaculate. They're so easy to blend out, and I mean, like, look at this. Like, it's just such beautiful colors. But nonetheless, off camera, I'm just going to cut my crease, and then I'll be right back. I swear I wasn't planning on doing a 4th of July look, but it definitely is looking like it right now. But the next shade that we are going to be going in with after you cut your crease and the base is 100% dry is this beautiful shimmery dark blue shade called Katrina. And with a dampened Sigma E55, I'm going to be packing this right on the outer third of my lid. And when I'm doing this, I'm really like pressing it into. You don't want to do a swiping motion. But dang, that is so pretty! And it's super sparkly too. It reminds me of the shimmers in the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. If you have that one, I absolutely adore the shimmers in there. This one definitely reminds me of that. That shimmery blue is so pretty on the eyes. It kind of reminds me almost of like a Starry Night. It's like a darker blue, but it has like these lighter blue reflex as well as like a little bit of purple. It is so stunning and I just love it with this look. But the next shade I want to go in with is this beautiful lighter gold shimmery shade. So with a dampened ABH A4 brush, I'm going to be packing this anywhere that base is still showing, as well as slightly overlapping it with the blue. But man, like this color is so pretty and it's so sparkly. I love that it's like a lighter gold too. I feel like if there was actually like a true gold in here, it'd be a little too much. So I'm really happy that they do have this one in the palette. But wow, I can't get over it. And once you have that applied, I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of that deeper blue shimmer shade and start tapping it right over the edge of the light gold as well, just to blend the two a little bit better together. So here's where I'm at right now with the look, and seriously, I'm just blown away with this palette. I absolutely adore the quality of it, and the shadows literally perform so beautifully. I cannot wait to see the full unfinished look. But with that though, off camera, I'm just going to kind of like clean things up a little bit, as well as apply my complexion products, and then I'll be right back. So here's where I'm at right now after applying my complexion products in. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see the full unfinished look. But now we are going to start working on the lower lash line just to get some balance with this. And what I'm going to do is line my waterline using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Dark Side Liner. So what I'm going to do is put it in my waterline, kind of look upwards, and then smoke it downwards just a little bit. And then before that baby sets, I'm just going to take this Real Techniques little shader brush and start smoking that liner down. You want to be careful because you do not want to make it look like you have a panda eye. You just want to lightly smoke it downwards, just a little bit. So once you smoked out that liner, now we are going to be setting it with some eyeshadow just so it doesn't slip around all day. And the shade that we are going to be going in with is that beautiful deep matte navy shade. And then using that same brush, I'm just going to be lightly smoking it, doing a back and forth motion. And last but not least, we are now going to be doing the inner corner highlight, which is literally my favorite part. And the shade that we are going to be going in with is that lighter gold shade that we used earlier. And then using this Makeup of the Day little crease brush, I'm going to be packing the shit out of this into my inner corner because we want it blinding. And I mean, this color though is so pretty. What I like about it is that it has like a gold hue to it, but it also has like a slight green tinge. So it just is a really unique color. I mean, like, look at that. But yeah, so here's a finished look using the Melt Cosmetics Muerte palette, and I know it is giving complete 4th of July vibes right now, but you know what? We're in January, so we're just gonna kind of disregard that for right now and maybe revisit it in 6 months. But I don't know, I really enjoyed the look that we got. It's very like vibrant, yet kind of grungy at the same time, yet you get like that little pop of glam with the shimmer. Literally, I could see myself doing this look again just because of how cool it looks. So let's talk about the eyeshadow formula because let's be honest, that is the most important thing about an eyeshadow palette, and seriously, the shadows in here are so good and just so amazing. Like the mattes in here, they're super buttery, they're very creamy, they're easy to work with and blend out, and the shimmers in here look absolutely stunning on the eyes. Like seriously, Melt Cosmetics has like the best matte and shimmer formula, at least in my opinion, because the shimmers that they have like a little bit more depth to them than a lot of other eyeshadow palettes that I own. Like they just have like this extra kind of like sparkle and pizzazz, and they just look so beautiful in the eyes. To me, the only disadvantage to this palette is this brighter red right here applies a little bit deeper than it looks like in the pan, because in the pan it looks like a really like nice true matte red, but once you apply it, it definitely applies more like a lighter version of these two, which I mean, it's really beautiful, but I would have loved a true red in this palette. So when it comes down to it, would I recommend the Melt Cosmetics Muerte palette to you guys? And honestly, I absolutely adore this palette and I cannot wait to use it again. I mean, it's just so beautiful and just so unique. I love the packaging of it even. I mean, look at how beautiful it is. You just have so much detail with it too. And the color story, oh girl, like you don't see things like this all that much, and I just feel like it's so special and just so different than a lot of the palettes on the market right now. I will say though, this palette is a pretty penny. It is $60, and I know a lot of people aren't gonna want it because of that, just because the colors are just a little bit different and a little too dark for a lot of people. But again, if you love the palette, the formula is to die for. It is so beautiful. The shimmers in here are so creamy, they have a beautiful depth to them, and the mattes in here literally blend themselves out. But yeah, so in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this look, and also let me know if you're going to be picking up this palette or not. But as always though, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like. And also, if you'd like to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!